Anthony, thanks for having me.
Saudações Headbangers, sou eu, Felipe Wright, o editor aqui do canal Cultura Metal. Hoje teremos o último Cultura Metal Entrevista de 2020. Mas antes de anunciar quem é o nosso último entrevistado, eu peço a gentileza que se inscrevam no canal, ative as notificações, deixe o like, compartilhe este vídeo, siga o canal no Facebook e Instagram e comente à vontade. O nosso último entrevistado é a lenda do heavy metal holandês Rick Bouwman, fundador e guitarrista da grande banda Martyr. Se você quiser saber um pouquinho sobre os álbuns que eu recomendei do Martyr, tem um vídeo que eu falei sobre as melhores bandas de heavy metal holandês, na minha humilde opinião. Gostaria de agradecer ao Rick Bouwman por gentilmente ter concedido esta entrevista. Também gostaria de agradecer ao José Antônio Júnior por me conceder espaço para trabalhar com ele neste canal. Valeu, José, tamo junto. Também gostaria de agradecer a todos que acompanharam este canal neste longo ano e desejo a todos um 2021 muito melhor. Então, se vocês querem conhecer um pouco sobre o Rick Bouwman da grande banda Martyr, assistam o vídeo a seguir. Valeu, stay heavy!
My main influences as a guitar player, I have to say it's Randy Rhoads. He is my all-time favorite guitar player. For Martyr as a band, I think the main influences are the Japanese metal bands like Loudness, X-Ray Bow Wow, especially those 80s metal bands, but also US metal bands like Warlord or Queensryche from the 80s. Those were the main influences for Martyr when we started the band in 1982. Well, nothing is going on due to the COVID situation, but normally in normal times I think the Dutch scene is going quite well. We're also very happy to be playing all over Europe and especially also in Japan, but there are a lot of great bands from the Netherlands that are touring all over the world, like Within Temptation, Epica, but also death metal bands like essa, for example. Great bands and doing a great thing for the Dutch metal scene. Well, as mentioned, Within Temptation, Epica, Asphyx, also Pestilence, but I think also when you look at the old school rock and metal scene, I think well, we're doing well, but also bands like Pitch is still doing well in your country and South America, of course. Howard Child, old school bands still doing great here in the Netherlands, but it's also good to see some young bands that are also picking up that old style from the 80s and bring it to the current times. Well, let me say, for example, a band like Overruled, a good young band playing in traditional metal, thrash metal style. live in Japan in 2019, and the reactions on live in Japan are so extremely good, because what we hear is that a lot of fans, but also a lot of press mention that we seem to capture the Martyr live experience extremely well on that album. It's very energetic, it's a real live album. There are some mistakes on it even that we didn't bother to to wipe them away, because it's live and this is how we play when we do a live show. The production is also very good of the album. It's very powerful, very energetic, and that's what we hear. We also released very recently in the summer already 2 songs from our forthcoming album, which probably will come out in 2021. 2 songs, No Time for Goodbyes and Fire Rebellions. They also got extremely well reactions all over the world. A lot of views, a lot of positive criticism from press. It's very well produced again. It's still Martyr, but it has a very, very good pounding metal vibe to it. And well, especially now during this Corona COVID situation, we have a lot of time on our hands because we have no shows, so we can put all our time and all our energy into the new songs, and I think that is what you hear, and we will deliver, I think, an extremely good album next year. We don't have any shows scheduled. We only did one live stream for the Dynamo Metal Fest in July, and we will have one streaming event going on November 6th in South America, in Chile, which will be broadcasted on YouTube. Well, that's this Friday, in fact, I think 10 o'clock Chilean time, so if you have the opportunity to watch it, please do. Metal bands from Brazil. I don't think I know that many. Yeah, Sepultura, Soulfly, Angra. And let me mention this one because I know that Gary Peppert from Jaguar now lives in Brazil, so Jaguar. The first CD or LP that I bought, it was an LP, it's Kiss Alive 1. As a youngster I bought Kiss Alive 1, and I was already into the rock and the metal because of my brother, that I borrowed his albums like Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix, those kind of albums I borrowed from him. But the first one that I bought myself was Kiss Alive 1. And the last one that I bought was just a week ago when I visited the Notice record store here in the Netherlands, and I mainly buy the classic old school metal stuff. In fact, I bought this one, like Warlord or Bullet live album, because we have this band on the Heavy Metal Maniacs Festival, which is postponed of course, but we will have them in 2021. But also the latest one from Ozzy Osbourne. One of the influences from Japan that I talked about a little bit earlier, Earthshaker, very good album. Ozzy live with Randy Rhoads, extremely good. What else do I have here? Of course, Van Halen. Except live album. Another Earthshaker. ISO, also from Japan. Well, those kind of albums, that are the albums that I buy lately. just released a Live in Japan album, and we also released a live video from it for the song Afterlife, which you can find on our YouTube channel, of course. But we don't have plans for a live DVD yet. The story of Martyr, yeah, well, we started in '82, and I think it's already a fantastic story that we're still here, 2020, 38 years later, and still going strong, touring Europe, touring Japan, releasing new songs, planning a new album for next year. We still see a growth in our fan base, old fans, but also a lot of new young fans are listening to Martyr or discovering us again and buying the old stuff. So I think that's our fantastic story. Just write to us at info@martyronline.nl. That's info@martyronline.nl, or visit us on our YouTube channel or Facebook or Instagram or Twitter and be in touch with us, because we just love to hear from you. Well, let me say thank you for 38 years of continuous support for the Dutch metal legends, Martyr. Thank you guys, and we hope to see you around very, very soon.